There we go, guys, got the engine flip. Was a little bit of a hassle. I mean, it should be pretty easy. Then we also got the stand greased in there and put the pin back in. So now we're gonna remove the oil pan. So there we go, guys, we got all the bolts off right here, which was pretty easy, you know. I mean, it's an oil pan. What more is the to it, right? The easiest part on the engine, I would say. Holy shit. There's so much sealing on this. Let the gasket do the job, boys. Not the seam sealer or whatever the hell you were using. Oh, damn! So what we have here is the oil pickup tube, which has to be removed. Then we have the oil pump, the pickup tube, a really big one actually, or like a big diameter or whatever. Then we have the windage tray, or scraper, whatever you want to call it. The windage tray right here, or the scraper, or whatever. I'm pretty sure this is the windage tray, but damn, it's really on there. Holy shit. And then that one is all loose. Okay, makes sense. Then we're gonna need to get the oil pump off over here, which I maybe have to do with a wrench. So there we go, guys. We just took a standard wrench right here. 14 mil. Now, by the way, when I'm gonna put this engine back together, I'm probably gonna have an American standard set, because right now I'm using metric size, you know, wrenches and stuff like that, which is not really ideal, I gotta say that. So there we go, guys, the oil pump. So I'm planning on getting a custom windage tray that's closer to the crank, so it's more efficient or whatever. Now the thing is, oh yeah, we also need the oil pump shaft right here. Now the thing is, with the custom oil pans, windage trays, they are not mocked up or like made for an oil pickup tube, or a dipstick tube. So I'm not quite sure how you're gonna do that when we're gonna get it. But I guess we'll have to see. No, I'm bleeding. Now we're gonna get blood in the engine. So there we go, guys. Then we can slide the windage tray off, and look at that. When you haven't worked on a V8 before, you know, right? This is insane how big everything is. I never worked on a V8, so it's kind of cool, you know. First time seeing stuff like this. So what we're gonna do now is get all the pistons out, which is really easy. I mean, it's 2 bolts at the bottom, then you have the rod, like rod bearing, whatever, separate, and then you can drop the piston out from underneath. So there you go, guys, we got all of the pistons out and the rod bearings. Now we removed the main bearings, and the way I did it was, we started out here, then here, then here, then here, then here. You know, taking the pressure off slowly, and like, so you don't warp or bend anything. They were pretty damn well screwed on here, so I was about to tip the motor one time, so yeah, they definitely got torque, that's for sure. Rear main seal looks good on this side, it's all dry and stuff, so I might be thinking that the leak was coming from that piece of rubber right there. Now, by the way, I don't know if I said this before, but the crank on the mains here, or like the rods or whatever, and also the rod bearings, you could see there was a lot of heat that have gone through them or whatever, and they kind of had like, you know, like rotation marks or whatever. I'll show you guys in a bit. But these main bearings actually look pretty damn nice. No major scratches or anything. That actually looks pretty damn good. So let's try to take the next one off here. Number 4 main, with the thrust bearing on one side and the other side. Looking pretty good. No major scratches, you know, or heat spots, anything like that. Then we have number 3 right here. Looks pretty damn good too. No scratches, anything. There's a little bit of metal shavings or something, or maybe something that like hit here or something. Not quite sure what, but it seems like, I don't know, somebody was like hammering on it with a screwdriver while installing it. I don't know, maybe that's it. Then we got number 2 right here. Looks pretty good too. And then we have the last one, number 1 right here. Looks great too. This one has a little bit of heat and 2 like scratches right here at the end. But they look pretty damn good. So what I want to see when we take the crank off is the rope seal down here. Maybe that's where it gone bad or whatever. It's kind of fun to see that in the crank there's actually like a mark or whatever. Like you can see where the rope seal has been sitting, which is kind of crazy. Like I don't know if that's supposed to be there, the grooves right there, but I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments if that's supposed to be there. So what I'm gonna do now real quick, which is real simple, I don't know if I'm gonna film this or whatever, I'm just gonna remove this bolt and then I'm gonna take this wheel off with the chain so we can lift off the crank, and that's basically it. So there we go, now it's loose off the crank or whatever, then you can just pull it off by hand. So there we go. Now the easiest way to get a cam wheel off like this without damaging the block and all kinds of weird things, just lightly go in here and you can like push it off. Of course, if you don't care about the chain and stuff, because you will press against the chain. So there you go, when it's off down here, it's pretty easy, you just slide it off the top as well. So now there's just these two small bolts, which is like a little clamp or whatever for the camshaft. Then you basically take these two out, remove the clamp, and then you can pull out the camshaft. But now guys, it is time to remove the crankshaft. Now this thing gonna be heavy as fuck, I imagine, like everything else in this cast iron engine. But let's get this out and put it somewhere safe, because we're gonna use this again. Now the pistons, the mains, the rod bearings, camshaft, lifter, push rods, all those things, we're not gonna use that again. The only thing actually we're gonna use are the crankshaft. We're gonna get it balanced to the whole assembly and stuff like that, and then we're gonna use it again. So yeah, but let's try to lift this bad boy out. Holy shit, that's heavy! So there we go guys, we got some bearings still here. Two of them still on the crank. Frost bearing here as well. I'm not able to get that off right now. But yeah, bottom bearings actually looks pretty good too. No bearings are spun or anything, you know, so we're good. Camshaft looks good too, minus the very small lobes. Holy shit, I actually thought that my camshaft had more lift, but when I see it now in person, compared to like when you see an aggressive cam and stuff, this is really flat. Like this is maybe 300 lift, I would imagine, or something, if even that. It's tiny. The camshaft doesn't have lobes, my boy. So I'm just gonna take the bearings out and the bearings off the crank, and then we're gonna put it somewhere, and then we're gonna get the cam out. So when removing a camshaft, of course you don't care about the damage on the cam itself, but maybe you want to reuse the cam bearings, so you really don't want to notch them or make any scratches in them, you know. Well, holy shit, can you talk about heat spots though? Damn. I don't know if they are heat spots, but they are just really used, I guess. So these lifters and camshaft here has definitely seen some heat, that's for sure. There are a little bit of marks on the camshaft bearings themselves. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of markings on the camshaft bearing itself. Nothing bad, nothing major. There are a few spots though where it looks like it's been hot and then sat. You see those weird small dimples right there? I don't know if that's just like how the camshaft was made or whatever. Then up here on the lobes itself, you can see they're all like brownish, and you can see exactly where like the lift have been running on or whatever. Look at the one all the way out here. Look at the way you can like see. You see that like heat spot right there? And then just all the way around to over here again. I don't know if that's bad. It doesn't really seem bad or anything, but definitely got some heat or friction going on there. And I mean, nearly all of the lobes have that like heat and like brownish color to them, but I don't know if that's like a part of it. Otherwise it looks pretty good. Nothing insane damage or whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Now if you did enjoy, don't forget to smack a like and a subscribe down below. Now the shop definitely got a little bit messy doing this build right here, but yeah, we got the block all the way down to basically just the block, dipstick, freeze plugs. That's it. Oh, actually they are called core plugs, which I got corrected once, but they're actually called core plugs. Now we of course got the whole setup here. Every damn thing. Looks pretty wild when you have it all out. Like there's a lot of parts, ain't there? So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this first part of the series, if you will, where we parted out the whole engine or whatever, then I hope you enjoy. I don't know what the next video is gonna be exactly on the engine. Now if you are a new viewer who just came for the engine videos, Don't forget to also check out all the other videos where we are installing racing sparkle seats, you know, painting the firewall, doing a lot of other stuff on the car. We're also gonna have some rust repairs video up soon, because this is just horrible, like, and there's also that in the other side. So don't forget to check out the other videos on the channel, because there's a lot of videos of on the whole front end getting taken off and stuff like that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm really happy about the progress. We're gonna put this over in the corner, wrap it around so it doesn't get dirty and all that stuff. You know, gotta keep the parts clean, and then we're gonna of course clean the shop up here, or the garage up. There's a lot of oil under the engine now. That, yeah, I should have thought about like bringing a pan or something underneath, but yeah, whatever. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video.